podcast, a Table Talk. On this podcast, we try as much as possible to dissect topical issues that affect us in our day-to-day lifestyle, especially marital issues, single lifestyle, Christian dating, Christian courtship, and of course, parenting ethics. Today, we will still be dwelling on parenting ethics. And with me is a great associate, a friend, and someone I really look up to with high esteem. He's the president and the founder and the presiding rector of Divine Connection Missionary International. Sir, good to have you on the program.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. God bless you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Like I said, sir, as the president of Divine Connection Seminary, you are also passionate to see that the interns and the students that come to the seminary, they also want to be grounded on this parental aspect, which is also classified under the family ministry. So our topic today goes like this. What is your take on this particular topic, which is whose responsibility is it to build qualitative spiritual intelligence in children? Is it the parents? Is it the church? Is it the school? What's your take on this, sir?
Okay, thank you for this golden opportunity given to me as the director of Divine Connection Bible Seminary. We have our studies across the globe. Online and physical lecture is going on in our centers, various centers.
Awesome.
But the question you have, whose responsibility it is to build to build an ethics.
Yes, spiritual intelligence, qualitative spiritual intelligence in our children.
I will, for example, say building starts from home.
Yes,
It starts from home. Therefore, I will first of all speak parents.
Good.
Parent is responsible.
Okay.
Because without the parents, they are on the community.
Yes.
And parent is a family, it's a nuclear family.
Yes.
And a parent must know that he or she must be spiritual. So that he can be able to impart spiritual knowledge to the children. The responsibility is the parents. Why? Because parents, everything starts from home. Everything starts from home. And when you are starting from home, you start from the childhood to allow the child that needs to know that after you as a father or mother, there's another creator in heaven who is God. And that creator must be respected and honored. And how can you communicate with him? That is why the spiritual responsibility starts from your home. And the parents are both involved, the father and the mother. They are both involved in training the child or the children at home. Now, how will you start this? Number one, you must teach them how to pray.
Okay.
You must teach them how to honor God and respect God.
Okay.
You must teach them how to worship God in truth and in spirit.
Okay.
Then you must let them know also that God is the creator of all, who have the ability to do what they cannot do as a parent.
Okay.
Now, when we are talking about the spiritual aspects, we are spiritual beings. Because God is a spirit, and anyone that wants to worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth.
Okay, let me just interject there. You know, most times when you talk about things of the spirit, worshiping God in truth and in spirit, I find out that it's kind of is vague. What do I mean by that? Not every parent, not even every believer really understand what that means. Let me just show you light on that. What that means basically is the practicality of our lifestyle, our habits, our character, our mannerism, our choices, our decision. The word of God needs to be the pivot in which all this needs to spin through. Before we take all these decisions, we must always ask ourselves, is it pleasing to God? Not just yourself. That is how to really reverence God and worshiping God in truth and in spirit. So sorry, sir, I just want to throw more light on it. Okay. So can you take it off from there?
Now, as I'm saying earlier, that the responsibility is on the parents.
Yes.
To teach their children the way of the Lord.
Yes.
And to build them to have spiritual quality.
Yes.
And how can a child have spiritual quality? Starts from home. And I want you to know something that is very important too. Parents also must be an example to this.
Yes,
Because
exemplary parenting
very,
is
very
what
important.
I also admonish.
Now, why?
Yes.
Because if the way you are behaving at home, you are a father, you wake up in the morning, you pray, and after praying, you read the Bible, then you now call your children together to join you in quiet time. When the child sees that is going on in the family, we try to emulate that and try to copy what they see, because children learn from what they can see and what that is going on around. That is why the spiritual aspect of training a child is from the home. And it starts from the parent. For example, if a parent does not know how to pray, does not respect God, does not know who is God, just wake up in the morning and go to the business or activities, and he cannot be able to pray, that parent cannot bring the spiritual quality in the child. And that is why I said it's responsible. The responsibility lies on the parents. And now the modern example, exemplary life.
Exemplary life.
Very
when we're talking about exemplary life, please let us be very intentional about showing it in our character. Exemplary life also shows that you practice it, so that these children see that you are not just saying it, you are not just telling them, but you are also going the extra mile to practice it. They see it in your character, in your lifestyle, in your habits. That is it. Okay, sir.
Now, again, in that spiritual growth, that must be part of prayer. You must teach them how to pray.
Yes.
And when they are praying, there should be an honor and respect to God. And that you should let them know that God is greater than all. Greater than all. I mean, as we as human beings, and the prayer should be as reference to God, as honors to God. Then number two, also they should be able to know how to study. Study the Word of God. Now encourage your child or children how to read the Bible, to study the Bible, so that they can know more about God. And let them bring questions from what they have studied or what they have read, so that they can answer the question to them, and they have own knowledge about God. Think building and quality or quantitative quality in a child starts from home about the spiritual aspects. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, sir. That's awesome. You're very afraid of the house, so we're having you more often and often. I hope you're available for us. Thank you very much for that. So let me just quickly do a roundup summary of what he has said. Just like we have said, the responsibility, the basic honors, and the first responsibility starts from the parents, everything that we have said. Then secondly, the church. The church have another responsibility to play as the spiritual body. Then the school also represents the community. So all this, the church and the school, they are collaborative efforts with the parents. So you know, most times parents have a erroneous mindset to say that it is the church that needs to do that, or it is the school. But let me make this clear and let me be very certain about it. Let's not make any mistake about this one. Irrespective of how much you're paying the school as school fees, they can never take up your responsibility as parents. I find out that this is an erroneous mindset that is really going on, a very negative trend that is going on now in this 21st century. And I'm highly disturbed in it. So please, here we try as much as possible to bring expositories that can help us as parents to also take care of our responsibility. The first responsibility that God has given us as parents is mentoring our children in the way of the Lord. The church cannot do your part, the school cannot do your part. They can only complement, and they can also collaborate, or they can partner with you. So we need to sign off now. I want to say a shout out to all those that have been writing us, commenting, and also liking and sharing this podcast. Please, I had like you to do more, and don't forget to also subscribe. So press the button, and anytime we post a new video, it will pop up on your screen. Thank you so very much. I remain your host, Barr.Esther, Mrs. Esther E.Ileogben, and I sign off. For my guests, I say thank you very much.
Thank you.
And bye-bye, I love you. See you next time.